Welcome back to Rock Your Best Vocals. Jim here, professional singer for over 30 years, professional vocal coach for over 20 years. How important is technique? Incredible singer Devin Townsend. We're going to have a look at his vocals, his vocal technique. We're going to talk about his technique. This is something that I've been struggling with for a long time in terms of technique. When I lost my voice during COVID, and then I was struggling to get it back, and I was getting it back, and then COVID gave me an autoimmune disorder called Hashimoto's, which affects your voice as well. So I've been in vocal hell for the past 3 years. Yeah, about 3-4 years. And I'm only kind of coming out of that now. But what strikes me as very interesting is what I'm going to share with you about Devin's technique. Because from a vocal coach perspective, he doesn't have very good technique. It's not me saying that. It's another high-level, very famous vocal coach. But first of all, if you don't know Devin, let's get to know Devin right now. This is Devin just recording vocals in his home studio. And we're just going to listen to his incredible voice and his incredible technique.
As we live to right the wrongs, never to return.
Okay, so the reason why he stopped was probably because when you're recording and you're going over and you're punching in, like what they're punching is singing one line at a time. Usually when you record, you do like just one scratch vocal, just a kind of a guide vocal. And then you'll go back over and he may be just doing layering, maybe doing one on top of the other. But as you can see, he's going back through the process and he's recording kind of one line at a time. Listen to the power in his voice.
As we live to right the wrongs.
To right the wrongs! He's got such a good, powerful voice, like great technique, right? I mean, he must know what he's doing with his voice, and he must like sing all the time. He must be like, like these are all things you go like listen to him and you go like he knows what he's doing.
Right the wrongs, never to return.
It's amazing. This next line.
Hit you hard.
To him, he was like, no, didn't like it. So he goes back in to redo that part. So obviously it sounded like it might have been a little bit thinner than he wanted to.
The truth hits you hard.
So that one was a little bit more open.
Hard.
Yeah, there he's going for a more open. Hard!
Truth hits you hard.
Yeah, so we opened that up more. That openness that he put in there. Hard! You can see he's got just great resonating space.
Oh, we to the ways we are followed.
Oh, he's got such great technique, right? He knows a lot about voice. He's either taken incredible vocal lessons or he just knows technique. He has an incredible technique.
Your technique.
It's funny that people have asked about my technique for sustaining a career. Or even more hilariously, they ask about my technique for vocals. When the first vocal teacher, the only vocal teacher I went to and I sang for him, he's like, oh, you're going to lose your voice with that technique within a year.
Mm-hmm.
And here I am 30 years later screaming like without any real technique. It was during the Steve Vai experience, and Steve knew that I'd never had any real formal vocal coaching. So I went to this guy that taught the stars, right? Mm-hmm. Like he did all these dudes. So
what was
he had
his name?
Roger Love was his name.
Oh, that
and
sounds familiar somehow. Was he a famous one?
Yeah. He was famous, and he had there was zero.
And he still is famous, right? So this is where it comes down to someone who is a famous vocal coach who really, I think, primarily focuses on pop stars and things like that, not as much harsh vocals. And so when a vocal coach of that caliber that really primarily focuses on pop stars, and that's a different technique. He probably heard this technique and was shocked that Devin was actually even doing this.
When I came in and did my thing, he was just like, yeah, I can't, if that's the way you sing, you're going to lose your voice and I can't teach you. And then, so I just kept doing my thing. And so now, so many years later, people are like, well, what's your vocal technique? And I'm like, well, after not singing at all for 6 months, because I don't like the experience of singing, I'll scream my balls off for 2 days until it is like you taste blood, and then you're fine for about a month.
That is some of the most irresponsible advice I've ever.
Yeah, this is it.
Coming from someone who is very similar in that aspect of, I didn't really ever know what I was doing as far as technically. Through most of my career, I was just kind of winging it, and I guess just getting by doing whatever I did. And I had developed some good techniques along the way just by sheer necessity to survive, because I was gigging so much. I couldn't have survived without those. And still, there were still gaps in my learning, which I've, along the way learned so much over the time, because I've been open to learning new things and trying to, explore different and new ways to do things that are easier on my voice and make it more enjoyable to sing and easier to sing the things that I want to sing. That all kind of came about from me losing my voice to COVID, because I couldn't sing the way that I used to anymore. All of a sudden, everything that worked before just didn't work. So I kind of had to go back to the drawing board and relearn how to sing from the ground up. I just wanted to share how incredible Devin's voice is, by sheer just the will of doing what he does. He doesn't really have a technique per se. He just wings it, but he can get away with it. Most people, I don't think, can actually get away with what he does. So that's why I think a lot of people have to really learn a lot about technique, because it does help. The more you learn about your voice, the more you can understand when something goes wrong and how to fix it. See, in Devin's case, if something goes wrong with his voice, I don't think he would really know how to fix it. And that's, I think, why a lot of people struggle, and why I struggled myself. And so if that's you, let me know in the comments below, what do you think about Devin's technique or lack of technique? Or what do you think about vocal coaches talking about technique, or even critiquing other people's technique when they maybe don't understand as much as they think they do about the voice? I don't know. I mean, and I'm not saying that particularly about Roger Love in this case, but there's a lot of vocal coaches out there that sometimes have a limited understanding of the voice in its entirety. And so that does cause issues for someone who's trying to learn from that person, that vocal coach. Anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. And I just wanted to share that. Devin Townsend, what an amazing voice. And I hope you guys can appreciate his voice, and his sheer ability to sing like that without knowing technique is absolutely incredible. So thanks for watching Rock Your Best Vocals, where your best keeps getting better. See you guys on the next one. Thanks.